لبيك اللهم لبيك.
وبتوفيقه تتحقق المقاصد والغايات، والصلاة والسلام على المبعوث رحمة للعالمين نبي الرحمة وإمام الهدى محمد بن عبد الله صلوات ربي وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. Respected brothers, sisters, and elders, your brother Zakir Ahmed, I greet you all with the greetings of peace, the greetings of Ahlul Jannah. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Who's going for Hajj this year, inshallah? Raise your hand. MashaAllah. Allahu Akbar. আপনারা যেহেতু সবাই হজে যাচ্ছেন, হজে যেতে তো শক্তি লাগে, এনার্জি লাগে, ঠিক না? তো সালামের জবাব একটু শক্তি সহকারে দিবেন ইনশাআল্লাহ, ঠিক আছে? আসসালামু আলাইকুম ওয়া রাহমাতুল্লাহ। এখন লাগতেছে যে আপনারা হজে যাচ্ছেন, একটু আগে not so much. So alhamdulillah, we are gathered here in Jamaica Muslim Center in this beautiful Hajj seminar organized by Medina Hajj and Umrah services. Some of you are going with this agency, others are going with different companies, but we are all going to the same Kaaba, correct? Anyone going to a different Kaaba? No. J flight e jan apne, J agency madhyome jan, J package e jan, amra ekই location e jacchi shobai, ekই Kaaba Sharif e jacchi, and all of the sha'airillah, the different places, locations, and the different manasik and rituals are all the same. ঠিক আছে? So Hajj, we know, is a very important aspect in our religion, in our faith, correct? It is one of the 5 pillars of Islam, correct? What are the 5 pillars of Islam? We all know this. But for our memory, to refresh our memory, who can tell us the 5 pillars, inshallah? Yes, sir. Hopefully everyone heard, right? Faith, prayer, zakat, fasting in Ramadan, and Hajj. Hajj is the 5th pillar of Islam. It is fard for the one who is at the age of puberty, minimum. They have a sound mind, they are healthy, they have the financial capability to go, they have the physical means to go, and for our sisters and mothers, they need to have a mahram. And of course, you must have iman, and you must be a Muslim. So these are the basic requirements for the person who Hajj is fard for. Now, when we go to Hajj, many a times we find a lot of elderly people. And we have to understand that Hajj is not just for the older people, but it is for anyone who is an adult Muslim who has the financial and physical means to go. And in fact, the Prophet ﷺ, he encouraged us, those of you that are able to perform Hajj, perform Hajj. Someone who is young, let's say they are in their 20s or 30s, and in this country, alhamdulillah, Allah blessed us, we have the ability to have enough means to go to Hajj at a younger age, relatively, compared to the countries where many of us came from. So we should not delay unnecessarily. Don't say that I will perform Hajj when I'm 50, or when I have grandchildren, when I retire from my job. No, because when you go for Hajj, you will see how much strength, how much energy, কত শক্তি যে লাগে, কত এনার্জি পরিশ্রম করতে হয়। এটা কিন্তু very old person এর দ্বারা এটা কিন্তু খুব কষ্টকর হয়ে যাবে। So mashallah, I see a lot of young HAJJ to be bi'idhnillah, who are going to visit the house of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala commanded in the Quran to perform Hajj. This proof to perform Hajj is in the Quran. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says in Surah Al-Baqarah, وَأَتِمُّوا الْحَجَّ وَالْعُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ. Perform Hajj and Umrah lillah, for the sake of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Very short phrase here, part of a longer ayah in the Quran. I want you all to think, reflect, and listen attentively to this ayah that Allah is saying. He is commanding us, وَأَتِمُّوا الْحَجَّ وَالْعُمْرَةَ لِلَّهِ, that perform Hajj and Umrah sincerely for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. This is lesson number 1. এটা হচ্ছে আমাদের প্রথম শিক্ষা, number 1. আমরা এই হজ উমরা করতেছি কার জন্য? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. قُلْ إِنَّ صَلَاتِي وَنُسُكِي وَمَحْيَايَ وَمَمَاتِي لِلَّهِ رَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. Say, my prayer, my sacrifice, my life, my death is all for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Number one, আমি হজে যাচ্ছি, হজ থেকে ফিরে আসবো, সবাই আমাকে হাজি সাহেব ডাকবে। Al-Hajj title আমার নামের আগে চলে আসবে। I'm going to be called Al-Hajj, Haji. All the security guards, everyone will call you Haji in Makkah and Medina, inshallah. But that is different. But here, if someone goes for the intention of showing off to people here in this world, then people will call us Haji Shab and Haji Shaiba. And then in Yawm al-Qiyamah, Allah will not give us any reward for the Hajj that we perform, that we spend money, time, and energy from. May Allah protect us. Say Ameen. So number one, let us purify our hearts. আমাদের অন্তর পরিষ্কার করি, আমাদের নিয়ত সুন্দর, সহি, সিনসিয়ার, ইখলাস যেন আমরা আমাদের অন্তরে ঢুকাই ইনশাআল্লাহ। এই হজ, এই উমরা আমরা আল্লাহ সুবহানাহু ওয়া তাআলার জন্য করব। ইন্নামাল আ'মালু বিন্নিয়াত। This is the first step for everything, inshallah. So we are going for Hajj to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We are going to Hajj because this is the fard, the commandment of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. There are many fada'il and virtues of Hajj. We don't have too much time, me alone. The other speakers will share with you all bi'idhnillah. Every single prophet, every single messenger sent by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala performed Hajj. Subhanallah. Protect Nabi এবং Rasul Hajj পালন করেছেন, subhanallah bihamdihi. And the tradition of Hajj goes all the way back to our father, the Abu al-Anbiya, Millat Abikum Ibrahim, Huwa Sammakum al-Muslimin, goes back to Ibrahim alayhi salam and his honorable family. If you analyze his life and the life of his noble family, you will find that many of the rituals and practices that we do till this day, until the day of judgment in Hajj and Umrah, maximum rituals goes back to Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam and his family. Ibrahim alayhi salam was the ideal Muslim, and we are going to follow in his example how he lived his life submitting to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, how he obeyed Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He grew up in a society that worshipped others besides Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, yet Allah protected him and guided him. He never for one moment or 1 second did he bow down to a statue or an idol. In fact, we know that his father used to make and produce idols. Unar pita appa nijer hat diye uni murti তৈরি করতেন, কিন্তু একদিনও উনি young বয়স থেকে উনি কখনো এই মূর্তিগুলো ইবাদত করে নাই, right? He had that pure fitra that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created him and blessed him with. He went out. His people used to have a festival, and they used to have all sorts of practices involving shirk and obedience to others besides Allah. Yet he said, Inni saqim, I'm sick of all of this. I don't want to go to your party, to your festival, to your shirky environment. No. So he stayed. And then we know the story Allah mentions in the Quran, how he destroyed all of the idols and he left the big one and he left the axe hanging. The people came back and they saw all their idols destroyed except the big one. So they said, Ibrahim, did you do this? He said, no, fas'al kabiru, ask the big one. Ask the big one. So they said, are you mocking us? So like this, Ibrahim alayhi salam from a very young age, young as you guys, he stood firm. He knew that this was not right. When we go to Hajj, we remember the great legacy and example of Sayyidina Ibrahim alayhi salam, how he stood firm against shirk. He went out to seek Allah, to search the creator of the universe. And we know the story in Surah Al-An'am. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala mentions how Ibrahim alayhi salam saw in the dark night, he saw the stars. And he said, Hada Rabbi, this is my Lord. Eta hocche taraka dekhe uni bolchen eta amar Rabb. And then he saw the moon, and the moon was more beautiful. And he said, Hada Rabbi, this is my Lord. And then the sun came, and the sun was shining brighter and better and more beautiful than the moon. And he said, Hada Rabbi, Hada Akbar. No, actually, this is my Lord. Now, actually, eta hocche amar Rabb. And then he saw again the night came, and then the day came like this. So he said, no. There is someone behind this controlling this. That is my Lord. And this is when he said, إِنِّي وَجَّهْتُ وَجْهِيَ لِلَّذِي فَطَرَ السَّمَاوَاتِ وَالْأَرْضَ حَنِيفًا وَمَا أَنَا مِنَ الْمُشْرِكِينَ. Indeed, I turn my face towards the direction of the Creator of the heavens and the earth, and I am not among those who join partners with Allah, I am not among the mushrikeen. This is when Allah gave the message and the guidance to Ibrahim alayhi salam, and he fulfilled this great mission throughout his life, inviting people to the creator of the heavens and the earth, who is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Allah commanded Ibrahim, إِذْ قَالَ لَهُ رَبُّهُ أَسْلِمْ. Ibrahim, submit to me, surrender to me. He didn't say, you know what, let me go home, talk to my wife, and I'll come back to you. He didn't say, you know what, I'll get back to you in a week, or I'll message you, or I'll send you a text message and confirm with you, or let me check my calendar. He didn't say any of that. He said, قَالَ أَسْلَمْتُ لِرَبِّ الْعَالَمِينَ. I surrender and submit to you, O Allah, the Lord of the entire universe. Subhanallah. So we learn from the life of Ibrahim alayhi salam, to be a Muslim means to surrender. Immediately when Allah tells us to do something, we do it. When Allah tells us to stay away from something, we stay away from it. So in Hajj, these important 5-6 days, very, very important days, just 5 days, few days. الحج أشهر معلومات. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says Hajj is in the month that is known to us. Hajj is only performed in the last month of the Islamic calendar, which is Dhul Hijjah. Dhul Hijjah. What does Dhul Hijjah mean? 12 number মাস Islamic calendar মাঝে. What does Dhul Hijjah mean? The month in which is Hajj. The month in which Hajj is performed. যে মাসে হজ পালন করা হয়, এই নামটা হচ্ছে Dhul Hijjah. Dhul Hijjah অর্থ হচ্ছে যে মাসে হজ পাওয়া যায় বা যে মাসে হজ করা হয়। Dhul Hijjah, শুধুমাত্র Dhul Hijjahতে হজ করা যায়। কেউ যদি বলে না আমি হজ করব রমাদানে, সব no. বাতিল, কবুল হবে না। কেন? Because this is not the way of Allah and His Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. If someone says that no, on the 9th of Dhul Hijjah, I will not go to Arafah, I will just stay in Mina, or I will stay in my hotel in Mecca and make tawaf of the Kaaba. Your Hajj is invalid. Anyone who misses day of Arafah, their Hajj is cancelled. Anyone who does not stand in Arafah, wukuf Arafah, their Hajj is invalid. Why? Because standing in Arafah, this is one of the main pillars of Hajj. The sheikhs will talk about this, inshaAllah ta'ala. Let's move forward, bi'idhnillah. The Prophet ﷺ gave us some good news of those who perform a accepted Hajj. অনেক মানুষই হজ করে কিন্তু সবাই কিন্তু হজ fully accept হয় না বা complete সওয়াব নিয়ে আসতে পারে না অনেক মানুষ, right? Hajj mabrur and Hajj maqbul, দুই জিনিস. Maqbul Hajj, accepted Hajj. Mabrur Hajj is more than accepted, meaning কোনো ভুল নাই. আমরা কি সবাই চাই না Hajj mabrur? শুধু কবুল হজ না, Hajj mabrur, ভুল ছাড়া, কোনো mistake ছাড়া inshallah ta'ala, we want to. So how can we get Hajj mabrur? By coming to Hajj Seminar, by reading books, by studying and listening to lectures. The more you study, the better it is. না আমার তো মুআল্লিম আছে, মুআল্লিমে সব কিছু বলে দেবে। No. আপনি আপনার নিজের মুআল্লিম হতে হবে. You have to teach yourself, and you have to be ready, because you are performing Hajj for Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Muallim and Imam and Sheikh will not always be able to be there with you, because he has 50, 100, 200 people. He can't give everyone time. So if you know the steps of Hajj, it will be easier and smoother for you, and you will be closer to getting Hajj mabrur. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Al-Hajj al-Mabrur, laysa lahu jaza' illa al-Jannah. The one who has Hajj mabrur, there is no reward except al-Jannah. Subhanallah. যে ব্যক্তি Hajj mabrur অর্জন করতে পারে, তার কোনো পুরস্কার নাই শুধু জান্নাত ছাড়া। Subhanallah. Can you believe we are going to get our pass, our entry ticket to al-Jannah? Anyone who dies in Hajj, they cannot come back. Insha'Allah, they will die in the path fi sabilillah subhanahu wa ta'ala. They will die in the path of Allah. They will be raised with the shuhada and those who have died performing Hajj. So when we go for Hajj, number one, we make sincere intention, niyyah. Number two, we educate ourselves. যত মাসলা মাসাইল, যত rules, regulations, হুকুম আহকাম আছে আমরা জানবো ইনশাআল্লাহ. And Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam, he said, "Khudhu anni manasikakum," especially for Hajj. He said, learn from me the steps of Hajj. Hajj kintu mon gora amra korte parbo na. If someone says, I will give you $1 million, you have to follow my schedule for 3 days. You have to come to my office 8 a.m. in the morning sharp. আমরা কি 8 AM এ যাব না সকালে? 8 AM কি আমরা 7টা ফজর পড়ে চলে যাব? Right? 3 days. If someone says, no, 8:30, you can go 8:30, it's okay, he's still in his office. You will say, no, 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 no. I want no mistakes, I want to be ready and early and on time, and I want to follow the rules exactly. So we learn in Hajj, there are specific rules we cannot bend or break and do the way we want. We have to do it the way Allah wants. We have to do the way Muhammad ﷺ showed. The Prophet ﷺ, he performed Hajj in the 10th year of Hijrah. After the 10th year of Hijrah, he performed Hajj. And Nabi ﷺ performed Hajj only once in his lifetime because we know the year after he passed away. This is why his only Hajj is known as Hajjatul Wada'a, the farewell Hajj. And in that Hajj, the Prophet showed the Muslims until the Day of Judgment how to perform Hajj, how to do the different rituals, how to get into the state of Ihram, how to stay and spend time in Mina, how to go to Arafah and spend time in Arafah, how to spend the night in Muzdalifah, and how to stone the 3 jamarat in the 3-4 subsequent days that follow, and how to sacrifice on Eid al-Adha, the day, Yawm al-Nahr, how to sacrifice and slaughter, and after that, how to do halq and taqsir, how to shorten your hair and exit the state of ihram. Like this we will learn from the speakers and mashayikh inshallah ta'ala. Respected brothers, sisters and elders, a few practical tips for all of us inshallah. For us to keep in mind bi'idhnillah. Number 1, before we travel, so we mentioned sincerity, we mentioned knowledge, we mentioned preparing. We mentioned all of the logistical things, getting the visa. If you go to Hajj without visa, you won't be able to enter. They're going to send you back. Make sure you get Hajj visa. I know this is common sense, but there are some people who still do otherwise. Before we go for Hajj, those of us who have debt, who owe money to people, who have certain things that we loan from people, if we are able to pay that back, then we should do so. If not, we should let them know that we are going for Hajj, and you give them a plan or a date when you intend to pay the money back. Also, it is important that you inform your family and relatives who are here about this. And how do you do this? By writing a will. By writing a will that follows the Islamic guidelines. You should write down for your family and leave a copy with your family, with a trusted person, how much you owe to which person, and write their contact and information. Just in case, we don't know if we will be able to come back. Wallahu a'lam, right? So in case something happens to us, then at least our family member knows who to pay the money back. Because debt is a very serious thing. And I remind myself and all of us, those who have debts, that perhaps Allah will accept our Hajj and good deeds. But if we owe some money, the haqq of someone else, maybe that will be the thing that is preventing us from going inside Jannah. Allah is very happy with us. Allah is good. We fulfilled His rights, alhamdulillah. But because His slave, His servant, is in need of something that we took from him or her, maybe that might be the reason that is keeping us from going inside Al-Jannah. So number 1, seek forgiveness from your friends and family and those who you interact with. This way, in case something happens, you are free and clean from any hurt or pain or right of other people, inshallah ta'ala. Respected brothers, sisters and elders. How much time? Okay, good. I'm going to finish up right now, inshallah. I just have a couple of minutes. So please let me share with you some practical tips so that we can benefit from and maximize from Hajj, inshallah ta'ala. I believe most of us will be performing Hajj Tamattu. Hajj Tamattu. There are 3 kinds of Hajj, and the Sheikhs will talk about this. There are 3 kinds of Hajj: Hajj Qiran, Tamattu, and Ifrat. Tamattu means to enjoy. Tamattu means to enjoy. What is enjoying here? We perform Umrah, and then we exit state of Ihram. We finish our Umrah, and we have some time before the actual Hajj starts, and then we make another Ihram for Hajj. This is very comfortable and relaxing. Qiran is 1 Ihram, Umrah, and Hajj. SubhanAllah, it's challenging, very hard, right? Most of the ulama now, mashallah, we do Tamattu', alhamdulillah. And there's ifrad, which is for the local people of Mecca, that they don't need to do Umrah, they just make their intention for Hajj and they do Hajj inshallah. So we will do tamattu bi'idhnillah. Prepare for ihram. Prepare for ihram by cutting your nails, trimming your hair, meaning your private hair, if needed. Remember that you should not let 40 days go unless you trim your nails and your hair and all of that, of course. Performing ghusl. Ghusl, you know how we do ghusl for Jumu'ah or fard ghusl, like this, you do ghusl. You can do it from your hotel, you can do it before you wear the ihram itself. It doesn't necessarily have to be at the miqat, you can do it beforehand inshallah. Men putting perfume on your body, attar on your body, not on your ihram. Ihram kapure attar lagaben na, attar lagaben apnar shorile upore, right? On your body inshallah, before you make the intention for Umrah or Hajj inshallah. For the men, you cannot wear any kind of headgear or hats or tupi. You cannot wear shoes or socks. Your feet have to be exposed. Your skin, your bone has to show. The front and the back should be open. Sandals, slippers, এখান থেকে আপনারা স্যান্ডেল নিতে পারেন আর যদি বাই চান্স যদি নাও নিতে পারেন কোনো সমস্যা নাই ওখানে অ্যাভেলেবল অনেক দোকান আছে very good price এ আপনি কিনতে পারবেন কোনো অসুবিধা নাই another advice আপনি সবচেয়ে দামি জুতা বা স্যান্ডেল নেবেন না বিশেষ করে উমরা আর হজের সময় আপনি যদি এমনি হোটেল টু মসজিদ যদি যান আর জুতা স্যান্ডেল যদি সাথে করে রাখেন it's okay however over there very high possibility জুতা এবং স্যান্ডেল মিসিং হয়ে যায় মানুষের usually চুরি করে না কিন্তু চুরটুরও আছে ওখানে but people misplace their shoes because thousands and thousands of sandals and slippers they all look the same how will you find your sandals so take a regular medium quality sandal that in case you lose it it's okay sisters and brothers please do not take fancy jewelry সোনা গয়না এগুলি আপনারা avoid করবেন কয়েকদিনের জন্য যাচ্ছেন so please try to avoid that in case you lose you don't want to be sad after you lose inshallah ta'ala men try to take Vaseline it's very important especially during ihramer halote Vaseline অনেকের লাগে কারণ নিচে তো লঙ্গির মতো আর কি নিচে তো আর কিছু নাই উপরে তো কিছু নাই সো অনেক হাঁটাহাঁটি 4-5 দিন তো a lot of walking so the upper thighs মানে পায়ের এই ভিতরে মানে লাল হয়ে যায় র্যাশ হয়ে যায় অনেক সময় কারণ এই যে too much ঘষাঘষি হয় না আমাদের হাঁটাহাঁটি অনেক আর ভিতরে তো আর কিছু নাই so Vaseline very important you put it there it will be smooth and it will prevent any rash and irritation of the skin এটা কিন্তু অনেকে জানে না তো আপনারা একটু খেয়াল করবেন ছোট একটা Vaseline নিলে হবে other than that some important medication বিশেষ করে যারা অসুস্থ বা যাদের মেডিকেশন আছে আপনারা মেক শিওর করেন যে আপনারা মানে adequate supply নেন ডাক্তার ফার্মাসিস্টের সাথে আলাপ করেন and take the necessary medication that you need some people need extra vitamin C some people need some stomach like if there's food poisoning or diarrhea in case একটা ছোট বোতল নিয়ে নেবেন in case বলা যায় না পরিবেশ তো different environment different climate is very different food is also somewhat different so just have something in case I know when I went to Hajj in 2014 in Mina বিশেষ করে আমার মাঝে মধ্যে স্কিনের একটু ইরিটেশন হয়ে যায় একটু সেনসিটিভ বিশেষ করে গরমের সময় so I noticed in Mina for me was probably the most challenging মানে আমার জন্য আমার ব্যক্তিগত অভিজ্ঞতা মিনাতে আমার জন্য বেশি কষ্ট হয়েছে বিশেষ করে ওই গরমের কারণে so in the back of my neck here I was having some irritation of the skin and it was itching a lot and I didn't have any ointment কোনো মলম জলম আমার সাথে ছিল না ওইটার জন্য so alhamdulillah thankfully one haji in our group he had a special ointment cream for this kind of irritation and he gave it to me and I was able to use it and alhamdulillah I felt a lot better another thing maybe if I can share when we take shower in the different places in Hajj especially in Mina in Arafah the bathrooms and showers you will find that the water is cool not cold just very briefly cool for a few seconds and then it becomes hot even in the VIP tent that water is hot গোসল করতেছেন এখন অনেক গরম পানি so one thing try to be careful don't let the hot water come directly on your head, especially your hair, because this affects the growth of the hair and the scalp. Try to have some normal water, maybe bottled water, take from the filter or regular water, and just use the minimum that you need to wash your hair in case your skin gets affected, inshallah ta'ala. And there are many other medical benefits. Keeping yourself hydrated, সবসময় পানি রাখবেন সাথে করে 100 degrees এর উপরে হবে almost every single day. 100 degrees Fahrenheit every single day. We are going in August, middle of August. August মাসে নিউ ইয়র্কে এত গরম. Imagine Makkah, the desert, মরুভূমি. Subhanallah. So keep that in mind, inshallah. Keep water with you. Stay hydrated so you can sustain and replenish yourself. Start to walk from now. Start to walk from now because in Makkah and Medina there is a lot of walking. Even before and after Hajj, অনেক হাঁটাহাঁটি. আপনার হোটেল থেকে মসজিদ নববী অনেক হাঁটতে হয় কিন্তু because Masjid al-Nabawi today is bigger than the original city of Medina during the time of Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam. আমি এটা আবার বলি বর্তমান মসজিদ নববীর যে মসজিদ কমপ্লেক্স এই মসজিদটা হচ্ছে রাসূলুল্লাহ সাল্লাল্লাহু আলাইহি ওয়াসাল্লাম জামানার শহর মদিনা শহরের চাইতে আরো বড় এই মসজিদটা সুবহানাল্লাহ সুবহানাল্লাহ সো অনেক হাঁটতে হবে so এখন থেকে যদি একটু প্র্যাকটিস করেন every day you walk 15-20 minutes practice get yourself into the habit of walking jogging you will feel more fresh and energized for Hajj and if you don't practice now you go there, you will get tired very quickly আপনি tired হয়ে যাবেন quickly আপনার গলা শুকিয়ে যাবে quickly আপনার heart beat মানে is going to race very fast so these are a few things inshallah we hope that the sheikhs will cover the other aspects and hopefully we will take some questions at the end of the seminar inshallah jazakumullahu khair please sit and listen and we hope that you can attend the upcoming seminars we have inshallah sheikh we have one tomorrow in
ITV, Call of Peace, Save Humanity.